We got one piece of tape. I actually don't believe for a second that this is gonna stay. One of these days I'll invest in a car tripod thing. I tried to film a drive with me yesterday, but I realized I had the wrong tripod and I was like, whatever, it should still work, and it did not work out for me like remotely at all. Like, and I don't know, that's just a weird feeling. It was really bad. So we're gonna try this again with the correct tripod. Hopefully my camera doesn't go flying. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lily and I'm a second semester senior at Bryant University. Do mainly lifestyle and college related content, so definitely subscribe and stick around if that's what you're into. Welcome back to another drive with me. I just love filming drive with me's. I love watching them. I love everything about them. I think it's just because it's not like, I don't know, I don't like just watching someone talk, and I don't like just talking, and I love driving, like talking to someone. Like I love talking on the phone, and this is like talking on the phone because no one ever wants to talk on the phone with me. So yeah, so I in the car right now for the drive with me, and I was gonna go to pharmacy to pick up my prescriptions, but I texted in the family group chat asking if anyone had like prescriptions at the pharmacy or anything, just, you know, being a good person, because we all call our prescriptions into the same pharmacy, so like that's just helpful. And my sister was like, I'm actually at the pharmacy, so she just got my prescriptions, but I'm already driving. Let's just go get coffee then. Why not? I'm gonna go to Dunkin. I've been going to Starbucks like really frequently. Also, I'm realizing that I'm doing this like right when school got out, which was like not smart at all. Also, that was just a cop. Is this illegal? As I was saying, I'm filming this right as school got out. Not wise. So I'm gonna get stuck in... Oh wait, did the elementary school get out yet? It's been a while since I've been there. What time is it? My clock is blocked. Oh yeah, the elementary school just got out. So I'm gonna get stuck in the bus traffic, but the Dunkin's easier to get to. The Starbucks is in a little bit more of a creepy location. I normally have talking points that I'm prepared to speak about whenever I film one of these, but I didn't prepare anything because I just obviously haven't filmed a video in a while, so I thought that, well, I guess then I did prepare something because I'm about to share what I prepared, so that's a lie. Anyways, I thought that I would just sort of talk about like what's been going on in my life and like where I'm at and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm just basically oversharing because why not? So, as I mentioned in my last video, if you haven't watched it, you can go check it out. I have like that last segment at the end where I sort of talk about like 2023 and like how I see the year going for me and like all that stuff, which is a great time. And I talked about how like I see things going really well for me, and I am finally in a really good place mentally, and I feel like it's gonna be a good year, which all good things, all true things, and I feel obviously that is all still the same because it's only been a few days since I filmed that, but I kind of want to talk about a little bit more as to like how I got to that point. So I feel like I've talked about on this channel a lot like how the transition from like high school to college was really hard for me. I am very open about the fact that like I don't really talk to anyone from high school anymore, which like now through a lot of self-discovery, I'm obviously like really aware that like I was very much the problem in the situation. Like I'm not like the victim of anything, nor do I think that they are like villains in my eyes. Like I don't like villainize anyone from high school or anything like that. Like that's not the situation at all. Does that make sense? I just like, I don't know, I kind of like fell off. At first I feel like I definitely did villainize them for whatever reason, because I mean I know why I did, but like whatever, we don't have to get into that. But like And now I 100% don't. And I understand why I did, and I understand now why I don't. And I feel like now, like, I'm at a place with myself where I'm very, like, happy with myself, and I'm very happy with my relationships. And I feel like since I've kind of healed my, I guess, I don't like the word trauma, but like, I guess like my high school trauma, that now I've been able to carry that over into like my future relationships and like my current relationships. Like, I've had friendships in college that like were great at first, and then they like weren't so great, and like I've been able to like pull myself out of really bad situations that weren't the best for myself, and I finally put myself first, and I've never been better. So that's where I am, and that's how I'm doing. And I feel like, I don't know, I know like a lot of people like talk about it on TikTok, like protecting your peace. I feel like that's the perfect way to describe like how I sort of like transformed. Was like I just started protecting my peace and prioritizing myself, and now I've never been happier. Do I have way less friends, and do I have a much smaller circle? Absolutely. And I feel like I am now prioritizing myself and actually letting myself be like introverted, because I'm definitely like an introverted extrovert. Like, I love to go out and I love to socialize, but I also love my alone time. And I feel like my first few years of college, I did not give myself any alone time, like at all. What is going on with the school bus? I did not give myself any alone time at all, like ever. I was never alone, and I never gave myself any alone time, because I was like, and I think that was also because I couldn't face being alone, and so then got sent home for the pandemic, yada yada. I was forced to be alone, and I like was not okay, but then I like had to fight my demons. And now that I understand that I can have both, I can enjoy being alone and I can enjoy being out, but like I need to understand that like a balance is what works best for me. I have also never been happier. Like, it's all about protecting your peace and knowing what's best for yourself and putting yourself first, because there's nothing wrong with putting yourself first, because at the end of the day, like I said, like your happiness is what matters most, because like what the fuck is the point of living a life where you're unhappy? That sounds really aggressive and awful, like, you know what I mean. Like, why put yourself through constant misery when you have the power to change it? It's kind of like how I look at it. Like, when, like, if you have the power to fix your situation, if you have the power to make yourself happy, if you have the power to prioritize your happiness and prioritize your wants and needs, like, why wouldn't you? And I feel like I just needed to like come to terms with that, and like, yeah, I don't know. Have I upset people? Absolutely. And I used to like make me upset when people would be upset with me, but now like I literally don't care, because I'm like, and it's not that I only care about myself, I care very much about other people, and I know that the people who really do know me and really care and respect me know that I do care and respect other people. But the people that see me and think that I'm self-centered and only care about myself, they don't know a single thing about me, and they, at the end of the day, probably will never know a single thing about me, because they've never even given me the time of day, or they've never even tried to get to know anything about me, because they are also super self-centered. So yeah, that's where I am, and like I'm kind of thriving, like doing just fine. Oh, when I see Dunkin. Okay, please hold, because actually no, I'm staying bold and I'm keeping you guys up on the dash when I order, and people are gonna look at me like, what the actual fuck? And I don't care.
How can I help you?
Hi, can I have a medium caramel cold brew with oat milk?
Medium cold brew caramel with oat milk?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay.
truck in front of me is so fucking loud. Rolling my eyes. Okay, I'm actually taking this down because now I'm embarrassed. Hold on, please hold. Oh my god, more police. Hella cops out tonight. I got a caramel cold brew with oat milk. Tastes like garbage. This Dunkin's awful. I don't know why I continue to come back here. You know how it is. I guess moving on to where I'm at now. So, obviously 2023, I keep saying like this is my graduation year, and like I feel like I'm kind of having a little bit of a meltdown about that because like, what? Like I'm literally graduating college, and I feel like it's really weird because like kindergarten you work towards middle school you work towards high school you work towards college, and like I know I'm not like going for my master's or anything. I mean, unless like for some reason I'm in a job situation that like is requiring me to, but like that's not like on my agenda at the moment. So I just feel very like I don't know, like this is it, and it feels really weird. I'm like 99.9% sure that I'm going to be working in Boston with my mom's cousin with her company, which I'm very fortunate that I have that opportunity. So shout out to Kelly because that's amazing. And I've gone and shadowed her multiple times and like saw what she's done and like learned about what they do and everything, and like it's a finance company. She's a financial advisor. So like I obviously wouldn't be doing anything like that because like you need like certifications and whatnot, and like you have to work up to that point. I would just go in as like an entry level like assistant type of position, which like is great. I will slay for a job, but yeah, it's great. She's right in the city, so like I'm most likely moving to Massachusetts, staying with her for a bit, and then eventually moving into Boston. Which like, what? I don't know. Like I just feel like it's really, really weird to think about moving out and like not living in my childhood home. I feel like I, especially as of late, have been like getting really homesick. And I don't know, I feel like now more than ever, while I'm working at my mom's spa, if you didn't know, my mom owns a spa called Glam Spa, Grace Lily Ava Mackenzie. It's the name of me and my sister's acronym, super cute. They do all different types of services, whatever, super fun. It's been around for over 30 years. It's amazing. But like people ask me like, are you gonna take it over? Are you gonna take it over? And like I was always like, no, I don't know. But like I don't know why, like now more than ever, like I feel like I want to. I haven't even told my mom this. Like she'd probably be like no, because she wants me to work in Boston. And like obviously I can work in Boston and like come back and whatever, but like I don't know, like I don't want, like I don't know, I'm just thinking about like if she were to like sell it or something, and it makes me like really sad. Like I don't ever want it to go because I love it, and also like it's a spa, so like the skincare and like the treatments and all of that is like something that I have an interest in, and I've always had an interest in. Like before I wanted to even go to business school, like I was in upper level like science classes in high school because I wanted to be a dermatologist. What the fuck was that? But then I was like, I don't want to go to like med school or anything like that. I was like, I just was like, this is too much. I realized that like I didn't really want to actually do that, but like I had a really big interest in it. And this was right when like med spas were really like on the come up, so I was like, I could be like an APRN and like have like a connection to the spa, and like I can do like the Botox and whatnot and all that jazz. Like, you know, like I was actually thinking about all that, but then I didn't end up doing that, and I just went to school for business. But I don't know, that's just a lot to think about. But then with that, like, we're located in Connecticut, but like my family's like, we want to leave Connecticut, but I'm like, I don't think I want to leave Connecticut. Like, yeah, taxes are super high and it's really expensive to live here, but it's like expensive to live everywhere. I feel like I mean, I feel like it's expensive to live like anywhere, especially like on the East Coast, like New England vibe. Like, and I'm absolutely never leaving New England. I'm such a New England girl. I feel like I'm such a homebody that like I could not go somewhere new and be like, meh. Like I'm freaking out going to Boston, and like I know Boston. Like that's not even someplace new. Like Boston is like someplace like so close to my school, so close to my home, and I'm like, it's just so like far away. So I would never go up somewhere else. I'm just like, I'm having a little bit of an existential crisis. But with that, if you're a class of 2023 graduate, whether you're a high school graduate or a college graduate, you don't have to have it figured out. If you're in high school right now and you don't know what you want to do, and you're barely applying to colleges and you have no idea where you want to go, or like you're applying undecided, or you're taking a gap year, that is so fine. No one cares. It does not matter. You have time to figure it out. And if you're in college and you have no idea what you're doing, it's fine. It's totally fine. Like, sorry, there was like pedestrians in the middle of the road and they were waving at me, and I was like, I see you, but there's a car on the other side, so I don't want to hit you. But like I was saying, like, you don't have to have it figured out. Like, you can graduate and literally be unemployed and it's fine. You'll find a job. Or you can graduate and get a job, and that doesn't mean you have to stick with it. Like, you can work at a job for however long you want and then try something else. Like, you can graduate with a degree in something and then end up working in a career that's like not even related to the degree. Like, there are so many different opportunities that will come in your lifetime that nothing has to be perfectly planned out and perfectly timed out. Like, it will all work itself out. And I think that like something that I've come to terms with, because I also like, I don't know if I've ever really talked about this on my channel, but like obviously like mental health now more than ever has been, I feel like, very like destigmatized, and people are talking about it a lot. I know I talk about like how I was in a very bad headspace and all that jazz, but like especially when I was like a child, I went to like therapy and stuff because I was like a like worrier. Like that's what my mom called, like she called me like a worrier, but like obviously like I had like crippling anxiety. Like I legit worried about any little crippling thing, like, and it was like crippling anxiety. Like I couldn't even get out of the car unless I saw someone I knew at a function. Like, and this was like when I was in like 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade. Like, not like being in like 1st grade being like, I don't know anyone there, mom. Like, it was like me being like 12 years old being like, I can't do anything by myself. And my mom was like, whoa. And like it was just like a mix of all these things. Like I like couldn't sleep at night because my brain wouldn't shut off because I was worrying about every little thing. And like I can get into a whole thing, but like I'm not gonna do that right now. But like something that my therapist at the time told me that like me and my mom always talk about is like, we still like use this to this day, is like, what's the best case scenario of like what could happen, what's the worst case scenario of what could happen, and what's realistically probably what's gonna happen. And like I like have to center myself, like when I find myself spiraling, like think about it, like what's like best case scenario, like what could happen, what's the worst case scenario, like worst thing in the world that could happen, and like realistically like what is gonna happen. I like swear by it. I don't know, I feel like it helps center me when I'm really spiraling in situations, especially like when I'm like worrying about like being unemployed or like not knowing where to work and like stuff like that. I'm like, ugh. And I'm like, okay, like best case scenario, I get like this amazing high paying job with like amazing benefits, and like I make a bunch of money post grad and I'm like set and I stay at this job forever. Worst case scenario, I'm completely unemployed and have no direction in life, and I dig myself in a hole and become so unmotivated I have no idea what to do. What's realistically gonna happen, I'll probably find some sort of entry-level job, and I'm not gonna be positive whether or not I'm gonna want to stick with it, but whatever job I'm in, I will be fine. I'll get on my feet and it'll be okay. For example, because it's like a hard situation, but yeah. Just have to remind yourself that like, it's like literally gonna be fine. Yeah. That's pretty much what's been like on my mind. I feel very like weird too. Like I feel like I'm just, especially like as I'm gonna be starting second semester, I feel like it's starting to hit me with the whole like senior thing, because like even with my sorority, like right from the get-go, like I was holding chair positions, and then I was straight into e-board, like right off the bat. Like I was social media chair, and then I was social media chair for like multiple terms. I think I was for two terms. Then I was recruitment director, and then I was straight from recruitment director into president, and now I'm nothing. Like I'm done. I'm just a general member for the first time, which is crazy. And I mean, don't get it twisted. It's exciting because it feels nice to have nothing to do, but it's also like a lot because I feel like it's starting to hit me that I am gonna be leaving, and it feels weird. Like I feel like especially like this winter break, like this is the first winter break that I don't have responsibilities. Like winter break during COVID, I was training to be the recruitment director, so I was shadowing recruitment. Last winter break, I was the recruitment director, so I was doing recruitment, and now I have nothing. I'm not doing any recruitment. I'm just like living, and it's just weird. But I'm super excited for what like second semester brings me. I'm like losing my train of thought. I just obviously pulled into my driveway. I had nowhere else to drive. I'm drinking my coffee, so. Well, since I'm home, I guess I'm gonna end this drive with me because I'm no longer driving, but I hope you found this video entertaining or at all relatable. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed me oversharing. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you aren't already, and be sure to go follow me on all my social media platforms. Yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.